Hello guys, I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 items that I could not live without as a mum. You don't have to be a mum to use any of these products, but they will certainly help if you are a mum. They're really, really basic. They're nothing new. It's nothing that you're going to think, oh, I must go out and buy that. Although some of them you might not have. I don't know. But yeah, these are just the things that I use on a daily basis. And if I was going onto an island and I could only take 5 items, apart from my kids, because obviously I probably wouldn't need these things if I didn't have kids, I would bring these 5 things. Okay, so number 1, a handheld vacuum cleaner. I always call it a Hoover, but I'm always corrected that Hoover is a brand and it's not a Hoover, it's a vacuum cleaner. But yeah, I could not live without mine. I've got the Dyson cordless. I don't even know what the make is. I'll link it below. I'll link all of the things that I mention below. But yeah, it is a lifesaver for me. We have a lady that comes in to clean our house once a week, so she hoovers the whole house then. So the only hoovering that I really need to do is kind of spot hoovering. I don't even know if that's a thing, kind of like spot cleaning. But that's, I'd say maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day. I use it so much when Jasper's walking around eating. I pretty much follow him with it. Once Jensen's finished eating in his high chair, I use it to kind of vacuum out any of the crumbs from the high chair and underneath. Yeah, I use it so much. It's an absolute lifesaver. And I always make sure that I charge it overnight, so during the day, it's ready to go. Okay, number 2, and I promise these aren't all cleaning related. I don't think they are anyway. Antibac. I could not live without Antibac. I'm not a germaphobe at all. I let Jensen put leaves and pine cones in his mouth, and I love letting Jasper and Reese kind of run around in the mud, and the older 2 go to preschool, and you know, I'm not opposed to germs at all. It just gives me peace of mind. I love knowing that my house is kind of rid of as many germs as possible. I know that germs still get in, but yeah, it's a peace of mind thing for me. So before I was using Dettol, I was using multi-purpose surface spray. I was using that all-in-one waterfall spray, which I could literally spray on everything like carpet, sofas, toys, toilets. I used it to death. But recently I've switched over to natural products. I'm trying to cut out toxic chemicals as much as I can in my house. So cleaning product wise, I've made the switch and I've pretty much replaced everything to natural alternatives, and it has made such a difference. I was a bit worried that I wouldn't be able to find a 99.9% bacteria anti-bac spray that's natural, but Method do one. It's wonderful. I've been using that. I've got it in wild rhubarb and pink grapefruit. They smell insane, and I actually think that the smell lasts longer than with Dettol. Like, I've had so many people come in the house and say, oh, what's that smell? And I'm like, well, it's Method Antibac. So this is not sponsored by Method at all. It's not sponsored by any brand, by the way. So yeah, Antibac, I love it. I use that one. I also use Acquaint, which kills 99.9% of bacteria, but it's safe to drink. It's completely natural. Okay, number 3, which is very similar to number 2, hand sanitizer. This is something, again, I'm not a germaphobe. I probably sound like I am. I'm not someone that sprays my hands like all the time, but say we go to like a public toilet and you know, Jasper's one of those that he'll put soap on his hands and then he'll let it run off and then he'll rub them. Like, he's just not quite mastered washing his hands properly yet. So I use hand sanitizer then. You know, if Jensen drops his dummy while we're out and about in like a shopping centre or something, I would much rather that he dropped it on like a grassy field than in a shopping centre. I don't know why, because I know that germs-wise there's probably no difference, but I don't know, for me, like, outdoor germs aren't as bad as indoor germs. You might be able to hear Jensen now. So I use the Acquaint hand sanitizer, which is the same as the Acquaint, the spray that I use on like the high chair and stuff. Like I said, it's all natural. It kills 99.9% of bacteria, but it's safe to drink. So I literally spray it onto his dummy, give it a bit of a shake, and it can go straight into his mouth. I don't need to rinse it off or anything. You know, if he were to put something really, really gross in his mouth, you could even spray it into his mouth to try and get away any of those gross germs. Yeah, hand sanitizer for me is a must, especially if you're like touching lots of door handles and stuff. I really am making myself sound like a germaphobe, but I'm not, I promise. Okay, so that's the last of the cleaning related ones. Number 4, BB cream. I have a really basic makeup routine. You could probably tell I'm not very like made up. And for me in the mornings, I don't have time to do all like contouring and powders and foundations and all different things. I tend to use in the winter a foundation, but with this one crawling around, I don't always have time. So at the moment, I don't always have time. So my preferred makeup item of choice is BB cream. If I only had time to put one thing on, it would be BB cream, because the one that I've got a Bare Minerals one. It's got a good coverage, it's got SPF protection, and it gives me a nice little bit of colour. It's really easy to put on, it lasts well. That's just a really, really good one. I think everyone's got that one piece of makeup that if they only had time to put on, it would be that. I'd say my next one would be mascara, or maybe lipstick. I don't know, I'm pretty basic. I pretty much just use BB cream, a little bit of concealer under my eyes, a little bit of blusher on my cheeks, and then mascara and lipstick. I have my 5 things. So yeah, but BB cream is one thing that I could not live without. And number 5, last but not least, these are your ones, aren't they? Hello. Baby wipes. I could not live without baby wipes. I use them for so much. Yes, I do. Yeah, baby wipes are just so handy. I always have a pack in my changing bag, in my car. We have them in the living room, the kitchen. They're just always there, obviously, for the obvious, for changing nappies, but also, you know, if he's got a runny nose, I'll quickly wipe it with that. If he's got sticky hands from food, then I'll clean his hands with it. What else? You know, if there's a quick spillage that you need to clean up before you can get to your cleaning products. So yeah, baby wipes are wonderful. I use the water wipes just because they're really gentle and my little ones have got quite sensitive skin. But yeah, baby wipes. I could not live without those. Hello, gorgeous boy. Hey. Well, that's it. Those are my 5 most used products as a mum. I'd quite like to do like a little series of this, like my 5 most used cleaning products and 5 most used beauty products, even though I've already told you what my 5 are. Like 5 most used or most worn items of clothing, something like that. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. Like I said, I'll link everything that I mentioned below in the description box. I hope you like this. Please do give it a big fat thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell so that you get a notification straight to your phone as soon as I upload, which is Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 7 in the morning. Thanks for watching. Bye.